Hey everybody, it's Pam at the Paper Outpost, and today is Craft Chat, Junk Journal Craft Chat, answering your crafty questions. Going to be taking a look at taking a look at handmade paper and the results. Somebody had a specific question about it, so I want to show that here. And also diving back into something I made a while ago, forgot about, put it aside, and today's the day I'm going to use it. Yay! Okay, so we'll see if we can get all that to happen. And we're going to be having a contest for a piece of ephemera. And this is actually an Easter postcard. Beautiful calligraphy from 1925. So if you win this today, we're going to have a drawing for it from the comments from last week's Junk Journal Friday Craft Chat. And I will mail this off to you. So just send me your name, mailing address if you win, and you will receive this beautiful postcard, handwritten postcard. So I'm going to hang that up here so I don't lose it. But call it the Easter 1925 postcard if you won. That way I'll know which one. Okay. So, well, let's put these aside first of all. Let me just do this first because somebody asked me a question when I was doing the podcast answering YouTube questions, and I was trying to show, I had to show you. So this is me showing you. The question was, does the color still show up in the handmade paper of the flowers that you put in the water? And the answer is yes and no. It depends on the flower. So here's just a simple example. That's a calendula or a marigold flower. And some of these are newer, some of these are really old. So these handmade papers, like 10 years old. I made some a long time ago, and I made some recently, not like within the last year. Okay, so that's a good example of one that still shows color. Let me find some. Okay, these are just leaves, so there's no color to see. But I have some that have lots. So this has nothing. Okay, that's just paper. Okay, so here's a flower. I don't know what it was, but it was a purple flower, maybe a freesia or something like that, but it still maintained its purple color. That's kind of cool. Let me flip this over. For some reason, I have the ones that have the fewest flowers in them at the beginning, but there's some that are a lot more flowers coming up here. Those are crumpled red rose petals. So there is some still color in there. There's some green in that little ferny thing. That looks like dill. But there's, sorry, hang on. Okay, clear the crafter hairball. Okay, the calendula petals, the little yellow streaks, the marigold does maintain yellowishness. Okay. Not yet. That's not a good example. There's some that are coming up. Hold your horses. Settle down. The more calendula. I use that a lot. I used to have a big bag of it. I used to make handmade soap, and I would put it in soap. So there you go. Here's another one of those purple flowers, looking very purple. Something looking a little yellow there. Let me turn this over. Nothing on the back. Okay, not a good example. Okay, here we have some flowerage. Okay, so these, I believe, were pink roses. Yeah, kind of pinky brown now. But the yellow here in this little flower definitely shows. The purple here definitely shows. Purple definitely shows. Okay. So some things do go brown. Some things don't. I don't know why. It's probably a good reason for it somewhere. Here's a lot. Okay. No, not much on there. Okay, so that one was probably the best example, I think. So, and I've used up some of these, so maybe I have used up some of the examples that have color in them. But as you can see, some flowers do maintain color. So that was the question, and now I hope I have answered it. I've answered it as best as I can. It might have to do with the acidity of the paper. I have no idea, honestly. I'm making this up. Who are we kidding? Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Let me pull out this. These were eco-printed papers that I played with. Are eco-dyed? These were eco-dyed. Yes. Were they? I think so. Why are they full? Okay, so I must have had a very big tub of water that I put a bunch of papers in with leaves sandwiched in the middle. And then I started playing with like the classic way to eco-dye paper. But then I started throwing in some Rit dye, powder dye, to see what that would do. And I did it with black, which came out really cool. And I did it with orange, which I was just experimenting. And I really didn't have a big need for orange paper until fall came along. Yeah, and all of a sudden, it seems like it makes sense now. You know what I mean? The whole pumpkin thing and orangey leaves in the fall. So I think what happens is when you have your paper layered up and you have leaves in between it, and then you're like pressing it with some weights, putting weight down, the Rit dye doesn't go where the leaf is. The leaf exudes some juice and maybe that gets printed on the paper, but then the Rit dye tends to go like elsewhere, showing the shape. I don't know. This is what I got. Yes, obviously this is orange, so some must have seeped in there. But I think it's kind of a cool look. So you can use, okay, so this is a cool one. Look at that little guy right there. He's just very cool. You can use there was a very big leaf here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a giant leaf. You can use Rit dyes to emphasize. Now, it comes off a little bit. I think I used too much. I was a little bit aggressive with the amount of Rit dye. Okay, let's just truth in the pudding here. It's coming off a little bit, okay? So maybe you don't want to use as much as I did. But I thought maybe this would be fun to use for some altered paper clips. So I can get you guys all orange. Yeah, I don't want to be the only one that's orange. It actually comes off pink. That's so weird. Probably looks orange it looks gold in the camera, but it looks pink. And not orange in real life. I don't know why. Look at it. It looks like makeup, like blush. Maybe it's just my eyes. Probably my eyes. These pages also look very different on either side. So you can see a leaf here. Very cool leaf design. And I guess you could look at this as a bit of a masterboard. You know, this is, let me just try and take the extra residue off. So we're not dealing with, now you could do this with a masterboard too, which is just a page you put down and then you put scraps and all sorts of things all over it. This is not what I was going to do today at all, but that's okay. Then you can just cut it up and use it for whatever projects you want. Pockets, tucks, journal cards, bookmarks, whatever you want. Okay, so let's cut this baby up. Let's cut this baby up. All right, I'm just going to do it the easy old-fashioned way with this craft knife. So I'm going to make some altered paper clips with this because apparently that's what I do on Fridays a lot. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to maybe make some different widths. You know, yep, variety here. That's fine. Oh, I tore it. Yep, getting a little aggressive there with the thingy, you know. Settle down. It's probably a dull blade. That's what it is. And you can feel it the minute it grabs. If you go slow and push harder, you'll get a better cut. Okay, we're retracting so nobody can hurt themselves. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? We got a pile of these. Let's put them all together. And now let's just cut them the old-fashioned way. Why don't we then? Okay. There, get a pair of scissors. And maybe I'll just do these in threes. Well, I'm going to have a lot of orange paper clips. But, you know, it is... Oops, I almost got my finger. Fall, so why not, right? So we got a pile to play with now. There we go. And here are some paper clips with this mix mush in here. And let's just see. I don't know. You know, I think I'm just gonna stamp on some of these, and that's gonna be the design. I'm gonna keep it very simple. I should have stamped first, okay? Right? I should have stamped all over the page, then cut it up. But no, did I think about that? No, I thought about it now. That happens. It's gonna happen to you too. Trust me. You're gonna be like, oh, should have done that. But you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. That's fine. We don't fight it. We just carry on. That's what we do. Oh, this bird is cute. I'm just grabbing some rubber stamps. I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm just grabbing random stamps of unknown origin. Yeah, what are you? You rarely come out and play. All right. What's this big thing? You ever get these big ones and you're like, oh, that's so beautiful. I have to have it. And you never use it? Yeah. I don't think I've ever used this. No. All right, so let's get something. Well, if I put black on it, that'll kind of go for a Halloween theme. Or I could put brown and go for a fall theme. Let's put some black on this. What the heck? Let's just see what happens. Let's just get in there and use it. We're going to use this one. All right. That's probably going to all dry before I get there. All right. This is not going to work at all. This is a disaster in the making. I'm going to stamp right on this, which is not the right way to do it. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, it's probably dry already. I'm probably not getting a good impression because there's glue on my mat. And it's going to be a disaster. Not bad. Okay, happier than I thought. All right, there. I want something on it. Got something. You don't really have to get it doesn't have to be an anything. It just can be a something. I'm happy with that. Something. Nope, nothing. Okay, there's a little bit of ink there. I can see it. Yeah, I got something. I got a pattern. That's kind of cool. Yeah. No, it is. It is very cool. Okay. Oh, I like this. Now I'm happy. All right, we got cool things to play with. Yay! This is really pretty. Like instant pretty. Let me take it a little closer. Yeah. Instant pretty. Okay, so let's just turn some into paper clips. Are these the big ones? I went and got the big ones again. Let me go get a box of the big ones. I'm right here. I have not left the building. No, right here. Right here. Okay, jumbo paper clips. I don't know. Probably got them on either eBay or Amazon. But these are the ones. They're not plastic coated and they have little ridges on them. I just think they look kind of cool. And they give extra paper grip because of that. You want to know exactly how long they are? Non-skid finish. I don't know, 100 pieces. All right, I'm measuring it. It's 1 and 7. It's more than 3/4, but less than 2. Like more than 1 3/4, but less than 2 inches. So whatever, like a 7/8. No, it's more than 1 7/8, but it's not 8/8. It's like 1.75 inches. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm going to call it. Jumbo is not, at least I didn't found it's not a standardized thing. It could be 2 inches. It could be 1 3/4 inches. You know, it's like, it's out there. It's just what it is. I don't need you. I need you. Yes. All right. So there's really no rocket science to this, as we have seen. I'm going to use my Fabrifix silicone glue, clear fabric to paper. Not sponsored, just like the glue. Use your glue of choice. So I'm going to fold these things in half to make my life easier. And then I'm going to put the small loop inside. So I have the bigger loop to grab stuff on the outside. That's what that was all about. Maybe I'm going to put that as the front. You can, pick which side you want to be your front. And then I'm going to glue it. That's what's happening here. No surprise. If you want to just mindlessly make some with me, or just watch me mindlessly make some, that's fine. And then we're going to answer your questions. Okay. I'm just going to make one of these here. Here we go. Okay. Put that together. I know, I'm getting the feeling like I want to sew these. Maybe I'll sew them. That would be kind of cute. All right. I'll put you as a possibility for sewing. All right. Let me answer a question from your amazing questions on YouTube. Camilla Sundholm asks, I have gone amok since I discovered you and my love for papers and junk journaling. Even went so far as to look for an Edith Holden book, and oh my, it is beautiful. My dilemma now, how in the world to cut it in it? How do you all do it, cutting pages from books like this? First cut is probably the most difficult, as I find it to do my first junk journal page. This video was very helpful for me, as I needed to know these techniques. Does the paper smell like coffee after? Not a big coffee fan. And she's referring to the video called Got Book Pages, ? Fun ideas with book pages for junk journals. It depends how much coffee you use. The coffee smell will fade over time, although I I think that when you first make it, there is some coffee scent, I find. You can also use tea as an alternative if you don't like the coffee scent. Or you can use food color or any other kind of inks or dyes so you don't have a coffee scent. And yes, getting to the point of making it's hard or difficult to cut apart a book. Well, some people have come up with the solution of they buy 2 books, one to keep, one to cut. And that was a nice way around it. And I think I did that in the beginning too. One to keep, one to cut. And I just gotta get my little glue caddy over here going. And that's a way to get around, like, okay, it's all right because I have my own personal copy that I can go back and look at. And then I realized that once I went through the book, I rarely went back to my own personal copy to actually go through it. So I just started using them up. And when I would get a new book, I would just go ahead and cut it up. And then I realized that just because I don't have the book in my own possession, my own personal copy, it doesn't mean it's like the rest of the universe is storing these books for me. Like I didn't have to personally own every book that I might look through at some point in time in the future. It was okay to have eBay and Amazon and thrift stores and everybody hold them for me until I felt this burning need to be with the book again. And honestly, because I've gone, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I've gone through a lot of the Edith Holden books. I'm okay with enjoying them as I'm cutting them up and then letting them go to the universe. It's actually an okay thing. See, maybe these are too big. No, this one's okay. But there is that phase where you want to get acquainted with the book. Maybe it's new to you. Maybe you haven't oogled over the amazing artistry of her work a lot yet. And until that moment passes, you may not be ready to cut the book up. You just may not be ready, and that's okay. I like these little weird torn edges. I think it's kind of, I want to actually carry on with the tear here. I'm not going to fight the tear. I'm going to go with the tear. Go with the tear. Yeah, you can totally go with the tear. Why not? I think it's kind of cool the way it folds over like that and looks like that. Yeah, how about that? That's kind of cool. All right, well, let's get a paper clip in here. I think we're actually making some headway here. Yeah, great question. I'm looking for my mouse. Okay, I'm going to heart that one. Question number 1. Number 2, my family asks, what sewing machine did you use? And it was the video called Sew Paper? What? Not me. 5 reasons to try sewing for junk journals. I think I had better titles back then. Okay, so my personal, I'm just going to show you. Accidentally turning it. Oh, this is where I accidentally put. Okay. This is my sewing machine. It's a Brother, and here's the number stuff. Yeah, so you can freeze it and write down the number. That's easier than me trying to tell you. I don't even know if they sell this one anymore, but I got it at Walmart when I bought it. And I remember saying, oh, that's not too much. I don't know, it was I'm guessing like, 100, maybe. I know there was a special, but it wasn't that much. It wasn't like thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. It was definitely like maybe somewhere between 75 and 150. I can't remember. And I thought, well, if I totally destroy it, I have to be okay with losing that. And I realized I didn't totally destroy it. It's held up very well. I have I clean the dust bunnies out of it. Sometimes I open up its guts and clean dust bunnies. That's important. I didn't know you had to do that because I was clueless. And somebody said, what do you mean you haven't gone in there and cleaned the inside of your machine? And then when I looked, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a dust. There's like, it wasn't a dust bunny. It was a dust Goliath. Yeah. So it had to be cleaned and it was good. And then there was one time where I like fussed with it and futzed with it and all this kind of stuff, and it was like giving me a little issue about something. I can't remember, but I did take it in and have them clean it. You know, those people that do those things. And I said, listen, it's jamming or whatever. Can you help? I have no idea, and I just don't feel like watching the YouTube video on how to fix it today. I just want to give it to you and then come back later and pick it up, and it just magically works again. And that is available to you in the universe. There are these people in these places who know sewing machines who will do that for you. So if you completely get stuck, You can do that. And then there's the Goodwill. Back in the day, you could buy a used sewing machine at Goodwill. They swore they worked, that they tested them. And I thought for 20 bucks, that's not bad. I mean, that's less than a Crocodile Big Bite, you know? So that was worth it just to have the tool, you know? Am I saying you know a lot? Okay. Here we go. Oh, no, I'm not that far. Where am I going? Okay. Lenny Daniels asks, can you tell how many times a person comments on the Craft Chat video? I think my record is 4 responses. What can I say? I want to win. Oh, she's so cute. I guess I could go back and manually count, but there's no number that says that a person responded 10 or 12 times. And if you want to enter the contest for the Ephemera Contest, the Friday Ephemera Contest, you can comment as many times as you like. There is no restriction. Just have fun, comment away, and enjoy yourself. You can post 104 comments. Just have fun. And even if you won, you can post a comment. Yeah, how about that? Okay, so let's say I have the bigger ones, and this is too long. What do I do? Well, what you could do, you could take 2 of these, and glue them together, and put it in the middle. How about that? Yeah, that's very fancy. That's very fancy, Pam. I like that. I like that. Okay, put you here. Which side do I like better? This side, I think. It's just more rifly. Okay, so going to put this here. Then I'm going to put my glue down. It's another way to approach these. I should probably put the glue on here. Yes, because that I know my dimensions exactly of where the glue must be. And then I sandwich them together. Maybe I'm just going to rip off the bottom so it's an even bottom. Yeah, we like our bottoms to be even. No, they don't have to be even, but I just thought in this case, even is the way to go. So maybe these will just be some bases. Okay. There we go. All right, so the top one is, I'm making the top one bigger in this case. That's weird. That's just plain weird. Why are you doing that? I don't know. Oh, I'm putting the glue on the wrong side again because the top one is bigger. So that's okay. So the bottom one will be smaller. So we'll cover the bottom one in glue. You know, it's fly by the seat of your pants Friday. What are you doing? Gosh only knows. Okay, here we go. There we go. I don't know if I want to tear that off. I kind of like it like that. So I'm not going to tear it off. No, I'm going to leave it as is. I'm just making some bases here. Next question. Who's up? Don't be shy. Lenny Daniels asks, how can you oh, I answered that. Never mind. Lenny Daniels asks, Pam, you were right. Dolphins and whales have nostrils. Called what? Blowholes. You go, my smart and crafty sister. That's right. There's some kind of airflow going on with these guys. Yeah, and somebody actually said a real question. Said a real question. A good point. They say, why do they call it a bottlenose dolphin? Nose. Notice that? Nose, bottlenose. Okay. Lenny Daniels also asks, Pam, can you make some things out of the brown packaging that comes in shipping boxes? I have a ton and used it in clusters, but I have a lot of it, not as thick as paper bag, but I can't bring myself to throw it away. Oh yeah, I mean, you can do a lot with that. I have some videos on that, and can't think of what they're called right now. You can fold it because it's big, right? It's a big piece of paper. Fold it up a bunch and sew it all together, and you can make a really nice cover out of that. That can be really cool. Or you can do that and make a masterboard, and that can be the back of your masterboard, or you could glue little things on it and then come along and cut it all up, and you'd have pieces, and you could use them for pockets and tucks and bookmarks and journal cards and journal tags and all those fun things. That would be a lot of fun. We could do something like that together. I'll put that on the ideas list. Katie Crump asks on the Got Book pages, hey Pam, love your videos. Where do you get your paddles for your inks? Okay, she's talking about these babies, I'm pretty sure. This is a densely packed paddle brush or makeup brush or craft brush, but it's used to, I use it to stencil. Okay, so it's great to like go in your ink and then go over a stencil on a piece of white paper, and it'll give you a really nice sharp design. I originally bought mine in TJ Maxx, so there was a package of them, and I wasn't really using them for makeup. That's what they were originally designed for, where I found them. But now you can find them in craft sections and in makeup sections in the stores, or you can just buy them on eBay and Amazon all day long. Yeah. Okay, that's a kind of pretty one, right? Let's do something with that. We're going to do a different color now. We're going hog wild. Maybe green? Why not? You can do green. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. All right, we'll give it a go. Okay. There we go. It's fainter but pretty. Looks nice. Nice little lacy kind of element. That actually looks like that flower that I had. So maybe it's a hydrangea. I'll bet that's what it was, a hydrangea. I'm pretty sure these are hydrangea flowers. I don't know why I'm just thinking that, but I'm thinking that. I'm thinking it. A little water. I'm going to wake this green up. Wakey, wakey. Let's see what we get when we wake you up. All right. All right, all right. Let's try it again. Get a few more hydrangea flowers out of this. I think it's pretty. It's really pretty. All right. See? Got a little more green going. That's kind of cool. Okay, a few more questions. I like these. These are neat. These are really pretty. So many possibilities. What will I do with these? I have no idea yet. I have not decided. Not gone that far into my future. I'm just in a little mass-making whirl-a-winsy here. What on earth is that? Nobody knows. But it's fun. And just making some bases. Just some bases. These are pretty. Can round the corners. Can cut them with like pretty edged scissors. Because the paper is wet with the glue, so that's probably not a good time to cut it. You can do stuff like that. Just make it look pretty. And we can ink it up and stuff. Like, of course, we can ink it up. We always ink it up. We don't always ink it up, Pam. You don't always ink it up. Sometimes we do. Okay. There's sometimes we do. Okay. Another question? Oh, my goodness. Time is flying. Okay. I think we need to pick the winner of the Crafty Contest. The Ephemera Contest. Hang on. Hold on a second. So this is for the winner of the 1925 Easter postcard. Yes. Okay, here we go. Ready? Boop. Let's see if your name comes up. Will it be you? Will it be you? Is it Erica Mears? Congratulations. You are the winner. Just let me know you won the 1925 Easter postcard. And I will mail that off to you. So you have until next Thursday to let me know. Otherwise, it goes back into the vacuous pool of potential prizes. That's what happens. All right, we're back, and we have somebody who wants to say something to everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's Sunshine. Cub Pup Reporter here reporting from the Paper Outpost. There's a lot of orange going on. It must be fall. I've been through a few falls. Yeah, I'm 3, so I've been around the block. You know what I mean? I know how this goes down. Okay, so this is the deal. We're in Florida, and I've only been in Florida, so that's all I know. But I can tell you, it's hot. It's hot in the fall, especially at the beginning, and it stays hot until it's not hot anymore. And the leaves do fall off the trees like other places. So I've read in my research that so the leaves fall off the trees here like they do other places. So we get all dried, crumpled up leaves, and then Mom goes and picks them up off the ground outside. It's kind of weird. We look away when this happens. The neighbors, it's embarrassing. But and sometimes she goes onto their lawn to get the dried leaves. That's really weird. Now, when I go onto the neighbor's lawn and I want to give them a gift, no, Mom doesn't like that. No, for some reason. It's not okay. I consider it a symbol of bonding, but Mom doesn't think so. So, anyway, that's life at our house. we're slowly creeping into fall. I think today is the first day of fall. It's like the September 21st, 22nd. That sounds like fall. We're fall. Fall? I'm falling back to the table. And I'm very relaxed and I'm awake. Look, I'm so awake. I'm beside myself. I would be here and I would be here to be beside myself. Help me, Mom. I'm drowning out here.
Okay, do you think you've said enough?
Yes.
Okay. You want to wish everybody well?
I wish you all very, very well. I wish you wellness.
Okay. I think they get the point. All right, why don't you sign off?
Okay, sunshine, out.
All right, that's very cute and short, but maybe a little more warmth in the end there, I think might be. Okay, we'll work on that exit. Welcome to everybody who's new. If you've been around, welcome back. If you don't know, I have a free monthly emailed newsletter. If you sign up for it, link is down below in the drop-down description box. You get a free digital image emailed to you every month, a checklist of supplies, a note from the bookmaker which explains what a junk journal is and how to use it. I tuck that into the front of my junk journals to help the recipient understand what on earth they just received. And I guess I can put these out here. So this was our big accomplishment today together. What else? My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts, which are audio, come out Tuesdays and Thursdays, new audio material. And then, sorry, you just hopped out of your little case. There we go, you're back in. And I have video podcasts, which are basically YouTube videos. But you can watch those anytime you want on Spotify, if that is your preferred platform. I have an Etsy shop if you like journals and bundles and kits. I do have... I know I keep saying I do have some of these fabric packs left. I do have some fabric packs left, but they are going down. I have, I don't know, probably maybe 30 left, I would say. And all sorts of different kinds of fabric, 40 plus pieces. Very fun to use in your junk journals. And with the fabric packs, you get a triple bonus. Barely visible here. I have glue on my finger. Barely visible here, but there is a very old handwritten letter in there, approximately 125 years old, a piece of a vintage newspaper, and a collection of vintage stamps that comes with each fabric pack. And you get free priority shipping with that. I also sell bundles, which are collections of old and interesting paper that you can use in your junk journals. Let me go back a little bit. And 100 plus pieces, everything from antique ledger, checks, receipts, postcards, black and white photos, tea cards, all sorts of fun stuff. Music paper, dictionary paper, very interesting things. Historians and collectors may find some very interesting things in there to use in your junk journal. So if you've never actually held very old papers, it's an opportunity to do that, and it's really a magnificent feeling to think that these things are so old. I also sell digikits, which are printable downloads, themed printables. They're 5 pages each, like birds, Victorian, butterflies, dragonflies, all sorts of different topics and themes. There's over 200. I've lost count. What else? I have a print and mail service. If you like the idea of printables, but you don't have a printer or don't like to print, I will print out 10 digikits for you that gets you 50 printed pages on nice lightweight cardstock. You just supply me with the, just buy the print and mail option, and then supply me with the names of the digikits that you want. You can either email the names to me to pam@thepaperoutpost.com, or you can Etsy message me the list of the 10. I only need the first 2 or 3 words to know which name which digikit you're talking about. What else? You don't need to buy each individual digikit separately. Just give me the names and buy the print and mail option. Okay, there you go. And I have an Amazon shop, so if you're looking for favorite tools and supplies that you see me use here, I try and put links there. That is an affiliate link, so that does help my shop, but you do not pay more for the items for using my link. So thank you very much for the support. I have a t-shirt shop. If you like the phrase "create with reckless abandon" or "everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise," you can get a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a zipped hoodie, a mug, a tote, or a water bottle. or gift giving or just enjoying yourself. I have, you can find me on social media on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I have a Facebook group. Come on over. We're doing fun things like, weekly and monthly challenges, as well as seeing what you guys make from these videos. And that's all I got to tell you. So I will be seeing you next time. Remember that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. Take care. Bye.